I'll see you here.
Honestly, people think I had my lips done. I don't. My lips are au natural, baby.
Like you shared, your genitals were all over the national media news and international news.
Yeah, it's funny that it's just rock and roll, innit? To be honest, my mum was like, "What? What are you doing? Your genitals are all over the internet." And my grandmother, to be honest, I think all my mother's friends and my grandmother's friends like it, so it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I think it's just rock and roll, innit? I did not expect that by January 5th, I'd be naked all over the newspapers of the world. But rock and roll, baby.
You had a fan ask you for a very said a very strange thing to you recently, isn't it? Which involved you and Harry Styles, and you had a very
That,
interesting reply.
I thought that was funny. I was like, I wonder if we'll make it out alive, baby. You know what I mean? I thought that was funny. I like it,
You,
man. I like it when people are forward like that. I have no problem with it. You know, I think in the world we can get very PC. I find it really funny. I grew up in the north of England, which has a massive Indian population. So like all my friends when I was growing up would tell me about India. So I've been literally wanting to go since I was 5, 6 years old. I can't wait.
have you seen any films here?
I gotta see. I want to see all the Bollywood stuff. I can't wait. Honestly, I'm riding. You gotta give me a list. I really, honestly, I'm
Love
buzzing.
it. You've stayed authentic. Has it been difficult, and why is it for you so important, really, to keep your ideologies alive through music?
Because it's so important to me because it's the bond it's the biggest bond between me and my community. The truth and what I sing about and what I fight for is why me and my community are so close. It was never about a record or a trend. I think that's fine for some people, but I feel like it's vapid. I feel like the definition of a trend is that it's meant to die. A trend literally means here 1 minute, hype, and then gone. On to the next, on to the next, on to the next.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rudrani, and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. He is such a fantastic artist, loved by the greatest of rock artists, loved by so many of his fans. He is unconventional, experimental, and he is such a great music artist. Of course, I am talking about Yungblud. Thank you for
Hi,
doing this,
how you
Dom. Is it
doing?
okay if I call you Dom?
Call me Dom, yeah, it's perfect.
Thank you for doing this. We're excited.
I'm very excited too. I literally can't wait to come next week. I'm freaking out. I'm excited.
But tell me, this is going to be your first visit to India.
First visit to India, like as a tourist, as a person, not just as a performer. I can't wait.
So, do you have a list as things you'd like to do? Because, I mean, of course, there are, besides the fact that, I'm sure there's a list that you've been preparing, particularly because you have fans from here as well and all of that. But about the country and places that maybe if you have time to visit and explore, eat.
Yeah, that's my vibe. I want to meet musicians. I want to hear about all the instrumentation of Indian music so I can put that into my own music. I loved how it had such an effect on the Beatles and the Stone Roses and the Happy Mondays. You know what I mean? It had such a massive influence on music from the north of England. I can't wait to eat food. I can't wait to travel. But I'm really the biggest thing I'm excited about is meeting the people. I know you guys are so passionate and so energetic. I think that's why Yungblud and India are gonna get on.
You said artists you'd like to meet. Who are you saying? Are they someone particular? Are they Indian artists that
No,
you've heard more?
I am coming in blind and I need your guys' help. I need you to introduce me to the gang. I need to like ride. I'm very excited.
Got it. I'm going to probably suggest a few things. If you
Yeah,
can
man.
keep,
What? Give
if
me
you
a
like,
list, man. I can't wait.
okay, maybe I'll suggest a few food items and stuff. Are you, but I mean, but UK has a lot of Indian food, so I'm sure you
But
will.
100%, yeah. I can't wait. I literally like I grew up in the north of England, which has a massive Indian population. So like all my friends when I was growing up would tell me about India. So I've been literally wanting to go since I was 5, 6 years old. I can't wait.
Have you seen any films here?
I gotta see. I want to see all the Bollywood stuff. I can't wait. Honestly, I'm riding. You gotta give me a list. I really, honestly, I'm
Love
buzzing.
it.
It's gonna be gangster.
Okay, it's just me. It's very excited for you to sort of experience our culture, but I have so much more to ask you. But of course, starting with the Lollapalooza Festival, you're coming to Lollapalooza India. Of course, it's brought to us by Book My Show Live and Book My Show, and we're very, very excited that they've managed to do this. I want to know, what are your plans? What are the kind of songs that you've been wanting to sort of also let the audience try? Maybe new ones, of course, the good old favorites, I'm sure. What can the audience have in store for them?
It's gonna be a rock and roll show. I really want to bring a rock and roll show to India. It's gonna be energetic. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be full of love. And I just know from the videos that I've seen and from the culture that you guys have got the passion, you've got the energy, and you've got the respect for each other. Honestly, I'm gonna have the craziest set of the weekend. I can't wait.
You know what is interesting? That you are just coming for this tour after your Australia tour, which is a massive hit. We'll get to that in some time. Talk about the exciting videos and pictures I've seen. But I think, but I think following up from that, I remember you saying that when you started your career, there was not like one hit song that kind of was tagged to you. And you actually struggled because some people thought that you were not really pop, you're not even really rock, you were not even alternative. And even though you dressed in the punk category, which you continue to do, and you were not punk enough. So people were obviously kind of trying to box you, and you were refusing to get boxed, and you
Yeah.
actually kind of made your own fest. Tell me a little on that, because today watching you vibe with millions and so many people is an insane inspirational journey.
Yeah, man, I think to be honest, I really make art from a place of unfiltered inspiration. I feel like boxes and categories are such an outdated concept. I feel like to me, like categories were things of the past that would allow radio stations or TV shows to play you. You know what I mean? That those days are gone. I just wanted to create from a place of unfiltered expression. And some people got me, some people didn't. Um, but I've been so lucky in the past year. I would say that this has really exploded. So I got to start my own festival, and I want to start a festival that would blur the lines of genre and blur the lines of everything. I feel like segregation in genre and in music, it doesn't belong. I want everyone to be able to come to my show, no matter what music you like, no matter where you're from, no matter what your sexuality is, whatever. I want you to come and feel loved and feel welcomed. So that's really the fundamental basis of what Youngblood is about. So we wanted to create a physical world that would reflect that. That's why we started the festival.
I have a lot of respect for you, because as artists, to stay as honest as you've been and really sticking to your ideologies is very difficult as in today's time, right? But you've been someone who's really been talking about whether it's his political choices, your alignment, or whether it is talking about mental health, your ADHD through songs. You've stayed authentic. Has it been difficult, and why is it for you so important, really, to keep your ideologies alive through music?
Because it's so important to me because it's the bond it's the biggest bond between me and my community. The truth and what I sing about and what I fight for is why me and my community are so close. It was never about a record or a trend. I think that's fine for some people, but I feel like it's vapid. I feel like the definition of a trend is that it's meant to die. A trend literally means here 1 minute, hype, and then gone. On to the next, on to the next, on to the next. For me, I wanted to create something that would be a relationship and a bond that would last forever and last long after I'm gone. So that's why. Because a hit record or a trend, you can't control it. It almost happens by accident. So you can't chase it. If you chase it, you get lost. If you chase it, you're late. If you're chasing a trend, you're behind.
I hear you say all of that. It makes sense when Billy calls you one of the greatest voices in music history ever. That's the kind of
Crazy.
he say that about you.
Wild.
Yeah, I'm sure you must have read it. But Does that also makes you realize of the responsibility that's slowly growing? You have people like Ozzy Osbourne, you have such great music artists believing in your music. They say like you have brought back rock alive in a way for the Generation X that they almost felt was fading. That's a massive amount of responsibility, I feel.
Yeah, I feel what's really cool about rock music right now is it's generationally we're all vibing with each other for the first time in a long time. And I think I grew up in a guitar shop. My father had a guitar shop with my grandfather. So I grew up, rock music's in my blood and it's in my DNA. And I feel like rock became irrelevant for a while because there was no unity within it. Rock music always has had this crazy idea that it's going to be one person that's going to save it and save it and save it. But every time rock music has been huge to the world, always been because of 10 artists together. You look at punk, if you look at grunge, if you look at rock and roll, if you look at blues, if you look at metal, if you look at new metal, every time rock music has thrived, it's been because of 20 artists at once, not one person.
No, very well put. Coming back to the Australia tour that made so much noise, I saw you performing Zombie on stage. Made
100%.
me also again, what an epic collaboration with Billy. I mean, it's you don't do to it's been some collaboration that they say doesn't happen too often, right? Like this for you particularly.
So crazy, man.
So tell me more about it, and also, of course, the love that you've been getting, and every time you see the crowd going kind of crazy when you're doing that, it must have been something. It kind of validation that an artist probably wants a little bit, isn't it?
I mean, it's just this tour's been insane to start the year on a tour like this. It's crazy. Like there's people everywhere at the airports, in the hotels, everywhere. The arenas are sold out. The massive shows to play my music for 20,000 people a night is just the thing that dreams are made of, and it's so amazing to start down here. I love Australia. And it's like, what a treat to play in Australia and then come to India for the first time and then head to the Grammys. Like, what is life? You know what I mean? Crazy.
I think you're also among the first British artists who sort of get nominated so many times for Grammy, if I'm not wrong.
Wild. I'm like, pff,
Oh,
mad.
because you're reacting like that, let's come back to staying authentic. How's your grandmom doing? Has she got over the fact that your pictures were all over, and like you shared, your genitals were all over the national media news and international news?
Yeah, it's funny that it's just rock and roll, innit? To be honest, my mum was like, What are you doing? Your genitals are all over the internet." And my grandmother, to be honest, I think all my mother's friends and my grandmother's friends like it, so it's kind of weird, you know what I mean? But we'll see. I think it's just fucking rock and roll, innit? I did not expect that by January 5th, I'd be naked all over the newspapers of the world. But rock and roll, baby.
I saw you post a bit like around your Australia tour, calling your fans in very, let's just say, interesting ways. You put out that clipping where they said Cougars love.
That was in the paper, man. I was on my way to Australia, and it was like someone sent me a picture of the paper, being like, "Cougars love Youngblood," and I was like, "I didn't know. I didn't know what I was getting myself in for." But it's been wild down here. It honestly, people, the things I've been called.
Talking about wild, you had a fan ask you for a very said a very strange thing to you recently, isn't it? Which involved you and Harry Styles, and you had a very
That,
interesting reply.
I thought that was funny. I was like, I wonder if we'll make it out alive, baby. You know what I mean? I thought that was funny. I like it,
You,
man. I like it when people are forward like that. I have no problem with it. You know, I think in the world we can get very PC. I find it really funny. I think that's
no,
fun.
of course,
Yeah.
but why do you think you can't come out alive?
Because she was crazy. That's why I think me and Harry would get, fucking, I don't know, a good scene, to put it that way.
But okay, I mean, half her wish came true, one fourth, if that, meeting you. But have you had these craziest experiences? I have a feeling, I have a theory. I want to explain to you where I'm going with this. because you are really invested in your fans. You listen to them. You know, I think with you, they find like a safe space where they can be who they are. If
Yeah,
it's crazy for the rest of the world. And I feel like they say and they do crazy things
that's
as
I
well.
have no problem with that. I feel like it's always, as long as it's love, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's so much hatred and there's so much judgment and there is so much judgment to express and eggshells we all have to walk on in this modern society. I want Youngblood to be a place of love, fun, excitement, and freedom, where people can just be like, yeah, man, let's have some fun. It doesn't need to be so serious.
You've often spoken about mental health. How have you dealt with the hate? You know, sometimes that every artist gets that you have gotten. How do you deal with the judgments and the horrible comments sometimes? How
I
do you keep
feel, I
yourself?
feel, um, I feel like Idols was such a massive moment for me because I truly had to face myself. And when you face yourself, and when you hit 27, I really came to terms with who I am. I really came to terms with what I don't like about myself or what I love about myself. So when anybody else says anything, love or hate, when you're comfortable in your own skin, you're almost prepared to take it on. I like the hate. I think it's funny. Like if I see it as I see it as almost like when you look at it on a phone, it's not real. It holds no consequence. If someone has a real problem with me, they'll say it to my face. When you look
Yeah.
online, often hatred towards another person is a reflection of someone's own anxiety or own depression or own problems or own struggles. So I don't mind being a vehicle for people's expression in the same way that they love me, in the same way that they hate me. I uh, I just kind of don't really take it on. I just vibe.
And you get a lot of thing, a lot of love as well. So that balances out hopefully, and I hope the hate reduces. But I have like a quick 1 or 2 minutes left, and I want to ask you some really fun questions. You'll have to give me like one line answers, like
I
a
like
quick.
it.
All
Quick
right.
fire round. All right, baby, let's do
Yes.
it.
Let's go. Okay. The first question is pretty simple. You're coming to Lola, India. We are very excited. What is one ritual that you have before going on stage, and few things that you need to have in your van?
Loud music and beer.
Pretty simple. Okay. We have heard some crazy fan stories about you, but can you top that and give us one line, a crazy story that has happened to you involving a fan?
Oh wow. To be honest, Australia has been insane. As soon as we landed, there were 1,500 people at the airport, and I barely made it out alive. So I hope it's going to be the same in Mumbai. I can't wait when I land in Mumbai. I hope you all come and give me a cuddle.
Because that's, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure. Okay. What is one thing, or actually, what are three songs from any of your albums that you'd like to give someone who wants to understand what Youngblood's music is about? What three songs
Wow.
from your career would you suggest to that person?
I would say number one, Zombie. It's the biggest song at the minute. I feel like it really encapsulates the emotion of freedom and the support that this community will offer you. Funeral, because it's just fucking energetic and it'll give you an idea what the show's going to be like. And number three, Lovesick Lullaby, because I'm British as fuck.
Okay, love it. According to you, which are two songs that you felt changed you as an artist while making or creating it? And
Wow.
why?
My songs.
Yes.
I would say Zombie again. I would say it was the biggest. It was probably I learned how to be an ambiguous songwriter. Take a specific element of pain, but write a song that could mean anything to anybody. I think that was a moment. And then I would say probably of the first album, King Charles, the first song I ever wrote, because I found Youngblood. I found who I am.
Okay, name a rock artist or a rock song that you feel can never be recreated again. And every time you try performing, it makes you very nervous because they're that perfect.
We Are the Champions, Queen.
Good one.
Fuck,
I
great
had a
song.
feeling you'll name something from Black Sabbath, but
Yeah, it would be Sabbath or Queen. Fairies Wear Boots, Black Sabbath would be insane. But I would say We Are the Champions.
Hmm.
Freddie's voice on that wild.
They say you figured out pop in a way that other rock artists couldn't. I want to understand what are your favorite pop songs and why?
Favorite pop songs? Wow. I would say New Sensation in Excess because it's sexy as fuck. I would say Wannabe Spice Girls because it gets everyone fucking going hard. And I like Chappell Roan at the minute. I think she's amazing. Um, I like that new song, The Giver.
Listen, all good ones. Okay, few artists, if Yungblud wants to collaborate again, is definitely going to be on the top three. Who are the artists from different genres that you would like to collaborate with and what?
I would like to do something with a metal artist and Playboi Carti. I think like Rammstein, Metallica, Playboi Carti, Yungblud, or something like that could be crazy. I'd like to do something really heavy with a metal artist and a hip hop artist, and then I would love to work with an incredible singer like Lady Gaga.
Fantastic. So Billy called you one of the greatest voices in music history. If you had to name that one voice, what would you say that was?
The greatest voice in music history. I would say either Freddie Mercury or Ozzy.
That are such good choices. Okay, few things that you heard about and you want to try out while eating when you come to India.
Oh wow. Probably dosa. I really want to get a good dosa. That'd be sick. My mate Raja like makes incredible dosa every time I go to Singapore. But he was like, he said that you got to have it in India. You know what I mean? Like dosa would be amazing.
Okay, what is the weirdest and funniest rumor you heard about yourself?
That I have lip filler. People think I had my lips done. I don't. My lips are au natural, baby.
I love that. On that note, thank you so much. You are so much fun, young blood, and so inspiring. Um, I hope you had fun as well. I really did.
Thank you,
And
Rudrani. I did have fun. That was fun. I can't wait to see you all, man. It's gonna be a riot.
I know. I hope I see you in person and do something that you come. But I think when we go, we should give a message to all your fans in India. Would you tell them something?
Yo, guys, I have never been to India before. I do not know what to expect. I don't know how many of you are out there who know me, but I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to cuddle you. I can't wait to rage with you. I can't wait to take in your culture and your country. I'm so fucking excited. Love.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And I'm going to say namaste to you. I'll see you
I'm
here.
saying.
Thank you once again. Bye.
Bye, babe.